Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And I asked in a previous video your thoughts about your favorite horror films, and I've received a ton of great responses. Thank you so much, my dear friends, for that. I was quite overwhelmed in a very good way with the responses that I received from you all. So it was really wonderful to go through. And I haven't finished reading all of the comments, but I've finished reading a lot of them. So they've been really fantastic, and I'll try to respond to them in earnest very soon. But I also wanted to ask you, my dear friends, another genre. And this time I wanted to ask you, what are some of your favorite film comedies? What are some of your favorite film comedies? Those films that you find just so funny, and they make you laugh and they make you smile, and they have that wonderful tone and atmosphere and effect about them. That is the type of film which we call a comedy. So what are some of your favorite film comedies, my dear friends? Please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. As with everything, my dear friends, I would love it if you could respond, and I would love to hear what it is you have to say on this question. What are your favorite film comedies? And I asked this because I think I was just finishing up going through the Criterion Collection release or re-release or upgrade to Blu-ray of the film The Lady Eve. And my goodness, watching that film for me is such a joy every single time, and it's one of those films where I'm just laughing out loud. There are some scenes that are just unbelievably funny, and for those of you who've seen the film, I'm sure you know what scenes in particular I'm talking about. And some of the dialogue is just as crisp and as sharp and witty as ever. Very clever stuff, that film, The Lady Eve, really clever. And I look forward to making a video about that particular Criterion Blu-ray release very soon, hopefully by the end of this week. But yes, but that just reminded me just how great that film is as a romance, but also as what is known as a screwball comedy, which is also, of course, a type of comedy which relies on many different forms of humor. But of course, as you know, the comedy genre is a very expansive and wide one, and there's much room for many different types of subgenres within that category, whether they be more physical comedy, slapstick comedy, or relying more on a kind of dry humor, or perhaps other films of similar types of subgenre nature. I've spoken a little bit about the film, but not in as much detail as I would like. But one of those films that I just love so much, and again, it's from the 80s, and so as I mentioned, I'm a child of the 80s, but this is the one film that really spoke to me when I was a kid and still speaks to me now, and it always makes me laugh out loud, and that's the film Clue with Tim Curry and company. And that's a very clever one, very clever indeed. And one of these days I really should talk about that one in detail, maybe a live stream, I don't know, but I love that film so much. It always makes me laugh, always does. And I should say now that I think in particular the other things that really make me laugh out loud, really they're more to do, I think, with things that are on Japanese television, not necessarily found in films per se, but I find a lot of things that I see on Japanese TV to be very funny. That kind of humor really speaks to me. And so I don't know if I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Japanese TV today, but it really is a very I'm I don't watch a lot of it, but when I do, I try to watch some funny things. And so there are some really funny comedians that are still featured on television a lot, and I really like their kind of humor. It relies a little bit on slapstick, a little bit on cleverness of speech, and also really nice, witty jokes. So that's the sort of thing I'm finding more and more that I'm really fond of lately. But I guess I could go on and on, I suppose. But in the meantime, let me once again return the question back to you, which is, what are some of your favorite film comedies? I would very much like to hear what it is you have to say. Please feel free to leave your recommendations and your film titles in the comment section below. And I'm sure many others would very much like to read what it is you have to say in response to the question, what are some of your favorite film comedies? Okay, my friends, so that's it for now. And so until we meet again, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great movies. Thank you once again for your time, my dear friends. Once again, stay safe. Take very good care of yourselves during these times. And cheers.